A new mission for me.
Yes, 007 3/4. Please pick up that folder on the table.
What's this about?
It's self-explanatory, 007 3/4. The mission is called Diamonds. You are to retrieve the stolen diamonds. They are in a little black pouch and they're extremely valuable and missing.
Very well. Do not show this page on camera. It is just a filler page to make this look like it has pages and pages of top secret. Oh, can I just mention, there's
007 3/4. Do get on with the mission.
Okay, very well. I've got my laser ring. I seem to be missing something.
Not so fast, 007 3/4. How about this?
Oh, ding dong. You could say, oh, by the way, welcome back to the channel. I suppose you could say that this could be part of a new series called Forgotten Gas Blowbacks, okay? As you can see, this is the WALTHER or WALTHER P99. German it may be, but very much favoured by one of our greatest agents in the world, 007. Although legend has it, he much preferred one of these. But personally, me, 007 3/4, I prefer the P99. Now, I don't know if you notice, the box may be a little different to some other variants out there. I like to call this pre-Umarex, okay? Before Umarex came along and put their stamp all over it. Because as you can see, there's not a single mention of Umarex anywhere on this box, but it is still fully licensed with all the trades. Let's get it open and see what we get. So, you have your instruction manual. Now, because Umarex didn't really have anything to do with the distribution or making of this particular version, the manual is not in English. So that is one good thing about the Umarex version. You get a manual that you can read if you can't read Japanese. This entire manual, apart from one or two words on the front, is completely Japanese. So in the box you get a couple of little baggies, you've got your Allen key and some BBs. And then of course we have the P99 itself. Now I'm quite surprised at the weight. I'll tell you why in a moment. Now this, haha, looks sweet. Now before I go any further, I do just want to quickly show you that I am a bit of a fan of the P99 platform and its variants, because I do have the very cool looking airgun version of it, and look, nice tactical looking anyway, and of course the Airsoft PPQ. So yeah, what I love about this is, first of all, again, used by your boy 007, it's got all the markings, the trades you could ever want. There are one or two Airsoft ones, but we'll get to that in a moment. This particular one hasn't got enough metal for my liking, but hey ho, that doesn't stop me from absolutely loving this platform and how cool it looks. Now first of all, can I please draw your attention to that right there. Forget the first three digits. What do the last three say? Thank you. If that's not a nod to Bond, I don't know what is. 007. Pity they couldn't squeeze in a little 3/4. Anyway, polymer, nylon fibre, reinforced, thingamajib. Okay, all the metal on this piece is pretty much on the inside. It's reinforced, okay, but you do have metal elements which I will take you around as I show you this piece. The first thing I do want to show you is the magazine. It's a full metal 24 round mag with a nice authentic WALTHER marking right there, but then, just so you're not mistaken, it's got Maruzen and it's Airsoft. 6mm BB. But look on the base, all your official markings right there, and of course, your gas valve. And what I love about this mag as well, it is full metal. Most mags have like plastic lips at the top right here, look. Metal! The whole thing is metal. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, we'll see. As per normal, very tactical to do that, okay? However, let me release it again. Right there is your mag release, metal, cool, and ambidextrous. But this being a platform that has been out for some time, when you do your research, you will find out certain little things without having to suffer it yourself. So, apparently, putting the mag in the way I just did is fine, that's how you should do it, but I've seen some reports that you start to get some wear and tear, and if you haven't got the absolute updated version of this, it's always a good idea to engage the mag release and then insert your mag. So let's get into why this is my preferred choice over the PPK, although I would absolutely love a proper PPK for the collection, not that cheap TM one I just showed you earlier on. But they're hard to get now. But anyway, loving the grip. Loving how this fits me very nicely. You have your lanyard point, a very prominent back strap, lots of different designs and textures on the grip. And then taking you up here, loving that it's got a little red indicator that pops out when you pull the trigger or at the slide. Nice. See that right there? And that brings me nicely to the decocker. And let me tell you this. This is another reason why I love this platform. There's nothing standard about this. Wait until we get to the trigger if you don't already know. But now that this has now simulated having one in the chamber, if I wanted to decock the internal hammer, I press this bad boy right here. That. Decent. Moving along, right at the back you have your rear adjustable sight, and from what I can see it's just for windage. You have your slide catch and release. Now because there's nothing in the mag, it should catch the slide. And again, during my research, this is apparently hit and miss. Sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll keep an eye on this during the video. But so far, so good. Loving the decock feature. Right, let's get to it. The trigger, oh my gosh. I don't think there's any other platform out there within this sort of range that has as many features that this does have. Some people will say it's too much of a faff. Personally, I like it because it makes it different. You know, I'm not saying this is the only platform that does this, but it's certainly the only one in my collection. So, mag out. As it is right now, when I pull this, double action. If I rack it, and if I only pull that halfway or partially, listen up, and stop, what do you think's gonna happen when I release that trigger? Nothing, it stays there. Yes, baby, it now turns into single action. And as long as you keep the trigger within that range right there, don't let it go any forward, you can continue to pull it and you're good to go. So you go like that, and then you've got the anti or anti-stress mode. Which, if I'm honest, on this Airsoft version, who cares? Next! Right, so very similar to the G, okay, you've got these takedown tabs right here on both sides. And at this point, I can also show you where to adjust the hop up. So, as I pull these tabs down, keep an eye on the trigger. See that? Once you see it go forward, it's ready for the takedown. So much easier than the G. And unlike my Airsoft Gs, there's no hop-up wheel. Remember that little Allen key that I showed you? You literally pop it in that hole right there to adjust your hop-up. Have a quick look at the rest of the internals. Looks pretty neat, and this is what I'm talking about. Notice, although the slide is not a metal slide, on the inside you can see on the wall here, it's reinforced with metal. And then right there you have your nozzle. And here's your lower frame. Now here is where this is different once again when you're putting the slide back on. So you grab your slide, you put your slide on the frame. You need to move this out of the way, just push it down and slide your slide back. And then once you've got to this point, you just pull the slide all the way back, lock it into place, and then pull the trigger ever so slightly just to put your tabs back up into its closed position. And you're done. Absolutely loving this. Oh, and don't mind the t-shirt, this was homemade, okay? Just as a rough draft before I send it off to the professionals to do properly. As we continue, I know I slammed it in, whatever. Anyway, as we continue, let's have a look at your markings. Yeah, right there you got your P99, you got your WALTHER or WALTHER, and not any sort of rail I'm used to. In fact, it's not your standard rail. You have to buy an attachment to make that into a proper rail system. And even my attachment on my CP99, if I take that off, that can't even go straight onto here either. And then moving up to the top, you've got your front sight, which is not adjustable at all. Right now, although this is a predominantly nylon fibre polymer Ujima flippy thing build, lots of metal parts where it matters. So I've already spoken to you about the internal reinforcements, but right here, your decocker, metal. Slide catch and release, metal. Your takedown levers or tabs, metal. Of course, you have your full metal mag, your mag release, metal. Now bringing you to this side, look, again 007. Anyway, you see this section right here? It would have been nice if that was metal, but guess what? Although it's not metal, that is literally just the cover, because immediately behind this, it's all metal. Looking very authentic, apart from that made in Japan. But look, all the markings there. And then you get to here where it reminds you it's Airsoft. And then of course, on top of the slide, you have these serrations right there that helps to reduce any glare when you're using the sights. What's your flavour? Right. Got some BBs in there, about 24. Again, because this is not, made out of metal as such, basically it's like a Tokyo Marui. So it means you've got to use a weaker gas. Now when I say weaker gas, it doesn't mean it's a poor or a cheap and nasty gas. No, quality gas, but it's just kinda to platforms like that. You can use green gas, but expect this to destroy itself quicker or sooner than you would think. So stick to gases like Duster gas or 144A. Some countries still use 134. That's not allowed over here, so we've got 144A. So let's get some of that in and let's see what we get on the chrono. But before we go there, I just want to show you something. Without the mag, check out the weight of this bad boy. Look how light that is. Let's try it with the mag. And remember, I have BBs and gas in here, all ready to rock. Almost doubles the weight of the platform. That's how light this thing is. Right, let's see what it's got. As always, I have my eye protection on. Now, again, similar to Tokyo Marui, so we're not looking at anything really above about the 260 mark. Nice. Oh, I'm impressed. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I literally was not expecting that. It started off close to what I was expecting, around the, what was it, 264? Something like that. And then it rose it started giving me figures I would expect from a metal green gas platform. Not bad at all. And then it just began to, you know, start to dip. It just begun to dip to around the 285 mark. Pretty decent. Let's check out the accuracy. Okay, let's have a look at this here now. Yeah, decent groupings up there. Couldn't get there. Tried a bit harder here. So look, I literally kissed the edge of that bullseye. And then right there, you know, it's all there. And look, there's a dodgy one right there. My bad. So yeah, pretty decent. Not gonna give it a perfect today, but I do love how this feels. I'm not gonna lie, feels very good in the hand. It's not empty. Shall I just quickly, oh, lovely. And it's got a nice lock back. Let's fill the mag up again. Let's see how many more we can do without having to fill it up with gas again. I wonder if this can power stroke. Hell yeah! Nice! We got another lock back. Right, okay, so this is mag number 3. Oh, there you go, it's out, it's out. So there you go, we're looking at just over 2 mags worth of BBs before you have to fill it up with gas again. I would say on a good day probably 2.5 mags worth. Pretty decent, and again, it all depends on the temperature. Nice. So there you go, people. This is the Maruzen P99 as used by 007. Well, not the Airsoft version, but who knows? No, not the Airsoft version, but you know what I'm saying. I love it. I love how it looks. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, your boy 007 uses it, and now your boy 007 3/4, me. I like using it. It's pretty cool. I know, as I've said before, we all know that Bond actually prefers to use the PPK, and at one point he used this beauty. But there's just something about the P99 for me, if it just had a metal slide. Don't get me wrong, there are upgrades out there, so you can have a metal slide, but out of the box you're getting this as it is. Yeah, as a collector's piece, gorgeous. As a display piece, gorgeous. To skirmish with, it seems okay. But, mate, metal slide. Thanks for watching. Catch me next time on the Airsoft Mike YouTube channel. And thanks again to all of my casual viewers, my subscribers, my channel VIP members. That's level 1, 2, and 3. I take none of you for granted. Thank you. Catch you next time. I'm out of here. I've got a mission to go on. Apparently, there's some missing diamonds. I mean, I tried to tell them, they're not missing, they're here. And before you say it, they're not real.